If you are in a relationship right now, let me turn you on to the Ritual app. You are going to schedule your one-on-one session live with your clinician every week. I happen to be one of them. And in preparation for these sessions, you and your partner every single week, you're going to look at your video content that is curated for you and your partner. And you're going to learn the relationship skills that you need to really keep your relationship running smoothly and to keep both of you strong and emotionally healthy. And you're going to meet with your clinician afterwards. You're going to take the assessment. You're going to do your journal prompts and take the assessment so your clinician can find out how you're doing and how things are going in your relationship and the areas that you may need to get stronger in. But Ritual is an absolutely amazing app. It's going to help keep your relationship on track. It's going to give you that curated time with your partner every week to work on your relationship. And so I want you to check out the link at the bottom of this video and click on it, and you will get 20% off of the Ritual app. You also have the opportunity to message your clinician in between sessions. So you can also do that. But it is an absolutely amazing tool, a great modern day tool for couples to keep their relationship strong and healthy. So check out the Ritual app today, and don't forget to use my link to get 20% off of your first month of Ritual. And if you'd like to work with me, please let them know you're interested in working with Anita Stoudmire. Good morning, or it's actually afternoon. So I wanted to jump on really quickly on my ride out from church and respond to a DM that I received from a young lady, and 21-year-old, and she has experienced, she says, in the last 2 years while away at school, she has experienced 3 very toxic situationships, or I guess dating situations that she's been in. And she honestly and truly wanted to know from me, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to keep from attracting these people? Like, what do I need to do to stop things like this from happening and keep from attracting these types of men? And I'm making this video response for her, but I'm also making it for every other woman that I work with. Every other woman that I work with, they want the answer to that question in some way, shape, or form. They want to try to understand why they continue to attract a certain type of man, why these certain type of men, so whether those men are married, whether those men are narcissistic personality disordered men, whether those men are psychopaths or sociopaths, like they really want to understand whether those men are liars or cheaters or fill in the blank, right? They really want to try to understand this. And I continue to answer this question the same way I always do, which is, ladies, as long as you're female, as long as you're a woman, you're going to attract men. You're going to attract males, all kinds of males. Okay? All kinds of broken, dysfunctional, toxic men. Because that is the nature that God gave you. That is the beauty and the blessing that God gave you, that men are attracted to women. The majority of them. Okay? So the majority of men are attracted to women. The majority of men want what women have. That's something that there's nothing you could do about. Right? There are women wearing hijabs. There are women covered up, and the only thing you can see is their eyes. And men still want women. Okay? Men want women. So there's nothing we can do about that. But the number one thing that I continue to preach to women is that it is your healing. That is the protection. That's the superpower. It's your healing of your wounds. It's your healing of your childhood brokenness. It's your healing of your daddy issues. Your
healing of your mommy issues. Those things must be healed. It's the healing of your sexual abuse. It's the healing of the physical abuse, the emotional abuse, the verbal abuse. Until those things are healed, you will continue to interact with these type of men. So at that point, it's not them. This is the hardest thing for women to hear and understand. It's not them. Men are doing what men are designed to do. The majority of men are attracted to women. That is in God's great design, because, like, what else is there? So unless you're a homosexual man, you're attracted to other men, but most men are not. Most men are heterosexual and they're attracted to women in some way, shape, or form. But ladies, it's up to you to do the inner work. It's up to you to heal those broken places within you. And then guess what? These men coming around, these men, wanting a part of you and sniffing around and talking and doing the things they do and saying the things they say, it's called so what? So what? You don't feel the need to give them the benefit of the doubt. Y'all know how I feel about that saying. If I hear another woman use the term, well, he did X, Y, and Z, but I felt like I had to give him the benefit of the doubt. So now you need to go off. Seriously. You ready? Seriously. You need to go off somewhere and ask yourself why. Why do I feel like giving this man that showed me a very negative side of himself, a very dysfunctional side of himself, a very toxic side of himself, and I got to give him the benefit of the doubt? That's the real question. That's the work that women don't want to do. And that's why, ladies, you will continue to fall for the foolishness. You will continue to engage with married men. You will continue to entertain the cheaters and the liars and the NPD men and the sociopaths and the psychopaths and the Machiavellian men. You will continue to fall for, what do the red pill guys call them? The Chads, the Tyrones, the Enriques. You will continue to interact with these men. As long as, how about this? As long as they can push that dopamine button in your back. As long as they can beguile you with trips and purses and fancy dinners and bottle service and doing this and going here and doing that. See? Until you get right. Until you go deeper than that, you will keep the cycle going. And in that regard, as the red pill men say, don't save her because she don't want to be saved. But here's what I believe in all of my heart and soul. I believe deep down, every woman does want to truly be loved. She does want to truly be respected. She does want to truly be led. She does want to truly be protected and cared for. I believe that. So I continue to do the work that I'm doing. But that's the inner work. And you cannot hack it. You cannot skip it. You cannot push it to the side. You cannot, put it off. Like, y'all keep putting off the inner work and wonder why these dudes come around and they have a little formula. And look, I've fallen for it myself. I have fallen for it myself. And I had to acknowledge something. As soon as it happened, I was like, what is going on within me? That's the first question I asked. It didn't have nothing to do with that man. What is happening inside of me? That this man can come around. He can push that dopamine button in my back. He can make me feel a way. Make me feel good, His words make me feel good. But the truth is, this man don't treat me good. This man can't consistently make me feel good. He can take me on a high and then a low. He can make me feel good and make me feel like crap. Right? He can do that. But he cannot consistently make me feel good. He cannot consistently treat me well. But the first thing you have to do is go inside. That's what none of y'all want to do. You want me to tell you where to go get the 10 top places to meet masculine men. These are the videos y'all want. These are the requests I get all the time. Where are the 10 top videos to meet masculine men? And what must I do? What must I change about my outer appearance to meet masculine men? And how can I get a man to commit to me? Like you want to focus solely on him, or solely on how you need to look, how you need to dress, where you need to go, when the reality is it's all inner work. It is all inner spiritual work. It is all inner healing work that you have to do. And look, when you do that work, God is so amazing. You walk out of your door and here comes somebody walking up your driveway and you don't even realize it, but that's your husband. Like, seriously, that's not going to happen to most of y'all, but I'm just saying that's how powerful our God is. Our God can do anything. Anything. And look, that's so far out. Like when I say that, people immediately dismiss it. People immediately, you can't even, that's how earthly you are. That's how human you are. You cannot even receive when I say God can do anything. You can't even receive it. That's like living forever. Your mind cannot even conceptualize that. That's why a lot of you all return to your broken state, your limiting beliefs, because you cannot even conceive the idea that God can do anything. So you just, no, I'm going to go right back to my limiting beliefs. I'm to this, I'm not enough that, I'm this, I'm that, and men are this or that or this or that. The world is this or that or this or that and this is that. Yeah, you just go right back to your same old stuff. And you stay stuck. That's why a lot of you all are stuck. Because, again, you can't even conceptualize that God can do anything. He can do anything. He can do anything. Okay? Anything. Anything. But ladies, I'm glad that young lady, I caught her that young. Right? I couldn't believe I caught her that young. And guess what I told her? I said, so here's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do as someone who wants to support you in your healing journey. And this is what a lot of women don't like. And some men don't like it. I've spoken publicly about my boundaries, my laws, my rules, or whatever you want to call them. A lot of y'all call them rules. Why do you have all these rules? Why do you have all these, you have all these stipulations and these rules, and we're all different. Everybody's not the same. Why do you have all these rules? Because until you heal, until you do that inner work, you need boundaries. You need the do's and don'ts. You need the rules of how to play this game. Like until you learn the game for yourself, you need an older, wiser person who has already traveled the path. You need an older, wiser woman who's traveled this path, who's gotten a lot of things in life that I've wanted. Do you know 90% of the things that I've wanted in this life I got? I would consider that a measure of success. If I want to go somewhere, I do it. If I want to marry, I did. If I want to have some kids, got that. If I want to work for myself and be an entrepreneur and successful at it, check. If I want to stay healthy and fit, If I want to look pretty young at 56, yup. Okay? If I want to adopt new friendships every single year, check. If I want to bring new business and new business relationships into my life, Like, I consider myself to have gotten most of the things that I want in this life. I consider myself to be somewhat successful, if I don't say so myself. So, yes, I've played this game before many, many times. I played this game before. I know the rules of the game. I know how to beat this game. I know how to play this game and win. So when I'm speaking to young women, that is the perspective that I'm coming from, right? Isn't that what they say? That you should want the life of the person that's talking to you. You should want to have the things that they have and do the things that they do and have the successes that they have. Isn't that what they say? Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. When I tell a woman, stop being out here on your back. Stop being out here on your knees. Stop opening yourself up to a man you don't know. That is 56 years of wisdom. That's letting you know that's not going to get you what you want. When I tell young ladies, if you want long-term results, stop using short-term strategies. Short-term strategies will get you short-term results. And yet you're surprised, oh, it's not working out. Oh, it's not lasting, because you're not doing what you need to do to have it last. Okay, so yes, I gave her, 21 rules, the same rules I gave to my daughter. I gave her 21 rules, and I said, yeah, baby, this is what you're gonna do. like you are going, this is like the commandments now. These 21 rules are the commandments for how you're going to live a good life, how you're going to get 90% of everything I've ever wanted in this life I've gotten. Okay? And guess what? I followed the 21 rules. 10% of the time, I broke those rules. I didn't adhere to those rules. I thought I was smarter than the 21 rules. But when I got back on track, 90% of the time, I get what I want. Okay? Now, I'm creating a different set of rules for women who are older. I'm creating a whole different set of rules for women who are older. The 21 rules I gave her, those are the rules I followed in my 20s. And remember, they got me what I wanted. But now, as someone older, so I would say a woman 40, 45 plus, I'm tweaking those rules. I'm changing some things around. A lot of those things still apply, but there's some new things that we need to talk about. So I'm kind of tweaking that for the older crowd. Okay? Because it's a little different out here. But here's the truth. All types of men are going to come. All types of men. Now, I'll say this. I'm going to be honest. I tell a lot of women that if you are attracting a lot of trash men, it's your environment. You need to avoid environments that have trash men. Right? So you need to stop going to these cigar bars and these rooftop parties where the same type of trash men go, smoking cigars, got their pants off their behind with their Gucci belt and their, the jersey and the hat and the sunglasses and the beard. It's like a uniform here in my city. All the men look the same. All the men have on the same thing. The tennis shoes, the jeans that's kind of half off their tail, the Gucci belt, the jersey. You know, they all have on the same thing. They all look exactly the same. And the men either have the beard and the haircut, or they have locks. They have twisted locks. It's like a uniform here. So I'm not interested in that type of man, right? So I stopped going to those places because I'm not interested in meeting a man like that. I'm not interested in marrying a man like that. That don't interest me at all. So if you find that you are consistently attracting the same type of man or just trash men, it's environment. And so I told her, stop hanging out in certain environments. If you're hanging out around frat boys, if you're hanging out around, the weed heads and all, see, you keep going to these parties where people are getting high. Yeah, those are the type of dudes you're going to meet. So you have to be willing and ready to step out of that comfort zone. You have to start going to more upscale functions. You have to start going to more art galleries and museums and just different things like that. You have to get out of those environments. You have to join run clubs, and you have to, join cycling clubs and people who hike, and, you just got to do something different. So a lot of that is the environment. You all want to keep going to the same places. You want to keep going to the same day parties or the same places, the same skate parties or wherever y'all are going, same cigar bars. You're meeting the same type of men. I can't meet no quality men. No, okay, but look at where you're going. You're going to the same places, the same restaurants, the same sports bars. You're just going to the same places. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. Okay? So that's a big part of it. But here's what you need to know. As you move about the world, as you walk around, as you go to Target and Walmart and Kroger and everywhere you go get groceries and you go to the mall, men are attracted to women. There's no turning that off. As long as they can see that you're female and you're not a butch lesbian, they're going to be like, hey, what's up? Because men are attracted to women. That's God design. That's in a man's DNA. But guess what? Until you do the healing work, until your radar says, ew, ew, like when trash men come around me, my nose do this. Like, what? It's obvious. It's obvious to them I don't want them. Right? Like I can energetically feel it. I can sense it. I can see it. I can smell it. I could taste it. I could touch it. Like those type of men, I'm just like, I'm good, and I try to be as polite and sweet as I can be, but I don't entertain them. And I don't have this is the other thing I told her. Stop entertaining these dudes like, well, I'll take his number until I'll deal with him until Mr. Right come along. I'll deal with him until I meet a better guy. Baby, you just lowered the bar. There will be no better guy. You understand how that works? So your bar is up here and somebody come along. Well, I'll just deal with him until I meet this guy. No, this where your bar is now. You won't meet this guy because you done did this. No, my bar stays here. This is where my bar is. Okay? I don't deal with the bar down here. Okay? I don't talk on the phone to this guy. I don't text this guy. I don't hang out and go out with this guy. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm staying. Now, guess what's between this and this? Guess what's between these two? This and this. Guess what's between them? A whole lot of lonely nights. A whole lot of alone time. A whole lot of time with my girlfriends. A whole lot of time hanging out with my kids. Like a whole lot of time just hanging out. And that's what y'all don't want to do. You don't want to be by yourself. You don't want to, you want to kiki in the face of a man, even if he's a horrible man. Kiki, well, I'm going to do this until the right guy come along. That ain't never going to happen because you did this. So the right guy ain't coming along. While you kikiing in the face of the wrong man, the right man's not coming along because energetically, your cab light is off. Right? And that's what you don't realize. When you entertain people that you really don't want or claim you don't want, see, you send in mixed messages. That's called mixed messages, baby. You saying, well, I'll put up with this. I'll settle for this until what I really want come along. What you want ain't coming along because you're a house divided. Okay. You're sending mixed messages. Okay. You can't love two masters. All right. That's not how that works. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to come to terms with when that bar is set high, there's going to be some, alone time. There's going to be a lot of alone time, if I'm being honest. It's going to be some alone time. You're going to be alone, and that's where you develop your female friendships. You develop your male friendships. You develop your work. You develop your children and your pets and your family. You develop other things, because once you make up your mind that you're not lowering that bar, don't lower that bar. I see too many women, oh, I'll deal with him until, what? That don't make no sense. So no, make up your mind, right? Set your mind, keep it set. And whatever comes out of that, that's where you are. That's where you are in life. This is where the bar is, and that's where I'm staying. All right, let me go back. I'm almost where I need to be. Okay. I don't know what is going on, but every single live, someone requests to be in the live. I'm assuming it's a bot. I'm assuming it's not a real person. Okay, but it happens every live. Happy Sunday, Anita. Enjoyed my one-on-one call with you yesterday at 6. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, she was all the way out in California, and I'm on the East Coast. You're telling the absolute truth. Men today have no balls either. Lord, agreed. Men are afraid to mouth off to women because they think they won't get laid. The truth is, if those men did speak up, they probably would get laid more. I agree with that. Now, here's the thing I'm going to tell you about that. The few male clients that I have male clients, and I tell them all these things, right? I want them to hear it from another man, but I do tell them. I actually tell a lot of men the secret. I tell them the God's honest secret to truly gaining the respect of a woman. I tell them the God's honest secrets. And a lot of them, they don't believe it, because in their mind, they're like, what? You know, women don't want me to stand up to them, or they don't want me to tell them stuff that's hard to hear. Trust me, that's how you gain the respect of a woman. And you do it from the onset. You don't wait until you're late in the game. Do it from the onset. I tell women where to go, and I don't care what they think. Men, when you give up caring what women think, you will do much better with women. I agree. I think that's people in general. Most people will not participate in their own rescue, unfortunately. Amen. Thank you. Lack of discipline and wisdom for both sexes is what is causing all these problems. And feminism is the number one destroyer. You are successful. Freedom is the ultimate goal. Thank you. Yep. I play to win. And 90% of the time I do. That's going to get you exactly what it is. Yep. So I keep telling ladies, you have more power than you think. And all you need to do is stay off your back, stay off your knees. Work on yourself, do the inner work, right? Heal those wounds from your past, heal those wounds from your previous relationships. Forgive. We talked about that today in church. Forgive. Let it go. They don't owe you anything. There's no revenge. There's no get back. Be the bigger person. I keep talking about this. I honestly do not understand the petty lifestyle. I don't have time for it. Once a person does me wrong and I just have my little fit, I'm done with you. It's over. I'm done with you. I don't have time to keep that in my brain or my spirit for days and weeks and months trying to get back at you. I don't have time. I'm on assignment. I have to build something and create something great. Y'all got to learn how to forgive. You got to learn how to let stuff go. Walk away. Leave people alone. Give them the gift of your absence. It just drives me bonkers that people, oh, and so-and-so did me like this, and so-and-so did that, and talking about it 20 years later. And then look, wondering why they have not had a measure of success. Wondering why they haven't had a measure of success in their life, in their business, with their relationships, because you won't let go. You won't forgive people. That's like dragging you down. You can't fly. You can't touch the sky because of all that unforgiveness. All those grudges, all that hate, that's what's holding you down. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. I can't do it. And women wonder why they're alone. I still think they haven't realized that men are on to the game. And what game is that? The way our society is structured, it's better to remain single and just get laid once in a while and just stay with good friends. Relationships are completely dead and a total waste of time. Well, again, as a person of faith, I don't believe in getting laid every once in a while. I will give my body to my husband, and until then, I'm gonna live righteous. So I can't agree with that, because I'm just gonna live righteous, and until my husband comes along, that's all I got. So, all right, happy Sunday, thank you. Okay, so yeah, but some of y'all will not do the very thing that will free you. Some of y'all will not do the very thing that will actually hurt the person who hurt you, which is leave them clean alone. y'all will do everything but that. You will do everything but the thing that will actually destroy them. And if I'm being honest, like that's my get back. That's how I get people. It's people out in the world right now like, Anita done left me clean alone. Anita will not. I can't call her. I can't text her. I'm blocked from her social media. Like, Anita, don't F with me. Like, they're somewhere telling somebody that right now. Anita, don't mess with me. But you so worried about you missing them, you wanting them, you needing them to be different and be better and changing for you. Nah, baby, I don't work that way. Either you can meet the needs I have, or I will give you the gift of my absence. Okay? Because the last I checked, I need God, I need Jesus, I need myself. I need to hold on to me. I can't abandon myself for anyone. That's all. Crazy T says, I'm the exact same way, Nita. Once someone F over me, I'm done with them. I'll forgive them, but I don't need that negative energy. I don't care, even if it's family. Same. So I just don't have the energy. I don't have the time or the energy. I don't. He didn't spell it with a C though. He spelled it with a K. So I appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah. I don't get it. But the truth of the matter is, ladies, you have to do the inner work, and that's what a lot of y'all are running from. You would rather go out and get a new lace front. So you'd rather spend $500 on a new lace front. You'd rather go out and spend thousands of dollars on a BBL. You'd rather go out there and get some what are they called? The teeth, the veneers. You'll go get a whole set of veneers. You'll get a $200 set of nails. You'll get some lashes. You'll get an esthetician to do your face and your skin, right? You'd rather do all that to your outer appearance than just work on your inside. But the truth is, until you do that, you just gonna be a baddie. You just gonna be a baddie with no good man. You just gonna be a baddie on your back, on your knees. You just gonna be a baddie that's getting run through and getting taken advantage of, getting your little heart broke. And then by the time that happened, now you all about money. Well, I don't care about love. I don't care about men. As long as they paying me, long as I got money, long as I got my money. And you just sink deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into your despair. Deeper and deeper into your degeneracy. Deeper and deeper into your dysfunction. That's what's really, really sad. I was tentatively, okay, I'm going to say tentatively, I was tentatively happy to see that Blac Chyna, and what's her name? Angela something, I can't remember. Okay, the woman known as Blac Chyna. I was tentatively very happy to see her get born again, right? And her come to God, to come to know him, and to come to live for him. I am tentatively ecstatic, because it's proof that anyone can be saved. Anyone's life can be turned around. I heard a testimony last week about a black woman who's now like pastoring a church with her husband, and she was in pornography. She was prostituting herself. Like she was deep in drugs, alcohol, pornography, prostituting herself, all the things. She had a horrible experience where she flew out to New York to some guy to, be with him and have sex with him or whatever. And the guy, beat her over the head, dragged her into a basement, kept her there for 3 weeks. You talk about a come to Jesus moment. Kept her there for 3 weeks. Barely fed her. Didn't bathe. Had a bucket to go into the bathroom in. Had her in this basement of this abandoned home for 3 weeks. And when I tell you Jesus showed up, God showed up, another gentleman, not the gentleman that took her there, apparently his friend came to the house looking for him, found her there and rescued her. And never did she go back again to that life and that lifestyle. But it don't matter. Like, that's what we learned today. It don't matter how low you've sunk. It don't matter how bad it's gotten. The world will tell you that there's no hope. The world will look, let me tell you how the world works. That's why y'all need to leave some of these people alone. These men on these podcasts, they will tell a woman if they've had sex with more than 5 people that they're ruined. You're ruined. If you're over 35, you've hit a wall. Don't nobody want you. I thank God every day they ain't my God. I thank God every day they not my savior. Imagine hearing that. Imagine being a 35-year-old woman. And let's say you lost your virginity at 21 in college. And maybe you had one other boyfriend. And then you turn 35 and you hear these men tell you that it's over for you. You all washed up. There ain't nothing. Don't nobody want you. You unmarried. You don't have no kids. You done hit the wall. It's over for you. You're done. You might as well go somewhere, get some cats and die. I thank God every day they are not my God. I thank him every day that they did not die on a cross for me. Like, y'all got to stop listening to this. You have to stop listening to these people. You will be hopeless. You will be helpless. You will be despondent. You will want to take your own life listening to these people online. You will genuinely think that it's over for you, that it's done. But when I tell you God rescued this woman, look at all that she had done. She had been raped and abused. She had been beaten. She had been in pornographic movies. That's our God. That's how good our God is. Remember when I said God can do anything? God can do anything. But see, your little human flesh mind can't even comprehend that. You can't even understand that. That's why you refute it. That's why you say dumb stuff like, oh, if you're over 35 and you're a woman, you're useless. Y'all better stop listening to this mess. Stop listening to this. Stop allowing this wickedness in your system, in your spirit. That's why you can't be nothing and do nothing and have nothing, because you let a fallen man, you let a sinful man tell you who you are. You want to know why I'm bold? You want to know why I'm brave? You want to know how this platform got born? You want to know why I'm on YouTube talking to y'all? Ain't no man on earth gonna tell me who I am. Ain't no fleshly man or woman gonna tell me who I am. God has already, baby, he's already told me who I am. He's already delivered the assignment. He's already put a purpose on my life. And he's done it over and over and over again. Just when one purpose ends, there go another one. Oh, you're not doing that anymore, or that's not working out, there go another one. There go another one. They keep coming, and they gonna keep coming until my body don't have breath in it. So, y'all better stop listening to this poison. You better stop listening to this political crap. You better stop listening to this, red pill crap, this feminist crap. You better stop. That stuff is like acid to your body. It's poison to your system. It's poison to your mind. And then what do? You regurgitate it. You regurgitate the talking points. You spew out the talking points. And then you get it on somebody else. And it's like a virus. It's like a virus. That's why everybody is getting infected. Because instead of you taking yourself out of that, nope, not going to listen to that. Not going to speak on that. Not going to talk about that. Not going to share that. And look, I told my friend about them videos earlier. I said, yeah, I'm not sending it to you. I'm not going to share it. It's already deleted from my timeline. I will not share this with anyone else because that's how viruses spread. They have to be stopped. You watch something crazy or bad, well, that's the end of it. I'm not sharing that. I'm not continuing to talk about that. I'm not continuing to, no, it's not going to happen because that's how the virus gets spread. You keep the talking point going. But I thank God every day. I get up in the morning. Thank you, Lord, that you define who I am. You tell me who I am. You tell me what my assignment is. You deliver to me my purpose. You protect me. You protect my spirit and my soul. You put a hedge of protection around me. You keep things off my property. There's things out there in the world that I don't even know exist. That's the Lord. That's him protecting me. Like, yeah, you don't need to see this mess. You don't need to know this exists. Every now and again, something will get through. And then I just pray it away. I just pray. I repent I repent and pray it away. But that's what a lot of y'all need to be doing. You're feeding your soul a bunch of poison. But ladies, you are powerful beyond measure. You are so powerful beyond measure. If you just close your legs, if you just went and sat on somebody's couch, if you work with a coach or a therapist, if you just followed the 21 rules for life, like seriously, your life would turn itself around just like that. And look, I ain't going to sit here and say, like I told you, that there won't be some lonely days. There won't be some days where there's no man in sight. There's no man in sight. But guess what? Guess what also ain't in sight? Some foolishness, some nonsense, some casual sex that don't go nowhere, some STDs, some unwanted pregnancy. See how I'd eliminate that too. But y'all don't think about that. All you worried about is, where's my man? Where's my man? Okay, but it's some other things that can come along with men. So wait for a good one. You need a man. And I'm the first to tell you that. You need a man because that's God's great design. And this is the thing that we don't talk about enough. Men and women will never leave each other alone because it's God's great design. It's our destiny to be with each other. We need good men. We need good women. That's what they're not telling you. I need a good man. I need a strong, stable, loving man. I need a protector and provider. I need a leader, right? I need a man who can cultivate me spiritually. Yeah, you need a man. You need a good man. And what I'm here to do is to help you to wait on him. Wait on him. Wait on him. But guess what you're going to be doing while you're waiting? The inner work. Do the inner work. Read Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. Go on to YouTube and look up Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life movie. So not only are you going to read her book, you can get her workbook, you can watch her movie. Okay? These are the things you're going to be doing while you're waiting. You're going to be preparing. You're going to be preparing because destiny says men are going to find women. Women are going to find men. That's what destiny, that's what God's design is. So this idea that you never going to get a man is crazy. That's God's great design. You will get a man. The question is, will he be a good one? That's the question you need to answer. All right, I got to get going. I'm going to look at these comments really quick and then I got to go. All right. Let me go back. He says, is it Fried 5670? It's inside work most important and basically treat women by the way they look. They look like they're advertising for sex. Yes. Yeah, on social media, I spell offensive words wrong deliberately and use certain symbols because certain things, the gram algorithms be tripping, saying I'm going against community guidelines. That's smart. So like I said, I know what you meant, and I'm glad you didn't spell it the correct way. But they allow racist videos and comments, and comments, and the gram allows it. I mean, y'all already know what's going on, though. Like I said, if you're a critically thinking person, you know how all of this is set up. There's things they want you to see, and there's truths they don't want you to see. Okay? Most women come with a lot of baggage, and not saying men are better, but it's hard for men. That's what Kevin did, bashing women. I forgot his last name. Kevin Samuels, yeah. Yes, people, be careful who you listen to. Amen. Kevin Samuels is his name. He was telling black women after 35 they're no good. He passed away. Yeah. And Kevin Samuels expired at what, 53? So are men no good after 53? Do they expire? No one should tell you who you are. God tells you who you are. Exactly. Anita is the voice of reason. Thank you. Y'all better go follow her words. I'm confirming it. Truth is hard. I read both her books, life changing. Good. Yeah, that's where I always send women, young and old. I say you need to go to Louise Hay. You can heal your life. Louise Hay has an amazing testimony. Her testimony is amazing. She is a true pioneer. She's passed away now, but she is a true pioneer of it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Right? When you think about how her life started, when you think about all the terrible things that happened to her, and then you turn that page and you see the millions of dollars company that she created. You see all the books she wrote. You see all the good she did in the world. You see the legacy that she left. She is an amazing testimony of it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Just amazing. Her and Dr. Wayne Dyer, they are two of my greatest mentors in life. What's her name again? Thanks. It's Louise Hay, Hay. Okay. I completed my assignment that you gave me yesterday. I really had to sit and think. All right, I saw your email. I'm going to look at it. I want to look at it today. Okay. Yep. And I critically think because I already know the deal. Yeah, please do. So it's Louise, Louise Hay. And it's you can heal your life. You are going to watch the movie. You're going to watch the movie on YouTube, and you're going to get her book, same name, You Can Heal Your Life. Okay, what's the guy's name you just mentioned? Kevin Samuels? Because we had just talked about, yes, Louise Hay and Wayne Dyer. They are two of my greatest mentors. I still listen to Wayne. There are times where if I'm going through something or I'm just feeling down, he is like that fatherly voice, right? He is kind of like the father I wished I had, So something about his voice, like I can listen to his talks and his voice will soothe me. I still listen to him. Both of them are deceased. Dyer, Wayne Dyer. They're both deceased, but they are still my mentors in the spirit. So those are the people you go and listen to or read anything that they wrote. Wayne Dyer's written over 30 books? Yeah, done over hundreds and hundreds of talks. Yeah. Okay, so yep. But I just wanted to share this message for the young 21-year-old lady. And the secret is the healing. Once you do the inner healing, life will become 80% better. And here's the thing you need to know. This is what I often tell people when I'm talking to them about Christ, when I'm talking to them about God. Knowing God and loving God and following God does not mean you will have an easy life. It does not mean all your problems will go away. It does not mean that you won't ever have, pain and hurt and suffering. Because as long as we're living in this flesh suit, as long as I'm living in this, there will be pain. The Bible speaks of it. I will have pain. I will have suffering. Bad things will happen. So just understand that doing things God's way does not mean you will have a stress-free, problem-free life. Let me kick this to you. You ready? And I'm going to end on this. Jesus came down into one of these earth suits He was perfect. He was without sin, and people hated him. They killed him. So what you think they're going to do to you? Okay? So you're not going to escape hurt or pain or judgment. But what I am trying to get you to do is circumvent it 80%. Like, I need you to go around it 80% of the time. That's what I want you to do. I want you to feel less of it. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay? All right. Thank you for sharing and not gatekeeping. Yes. Yes. All right. So have a great Sunday. This is my last live of today. I've already did one already. Have a great Sunday. I have a live coaching call today. I'm going to take my daughter to the grocery store now, but I'm getting ready for a live coaching call. And I will spend the rest of this day doing administrative work. I will peek in. I have a couple of other content creators that are going live, so I'm going to peek into their lives today and just see what's going on over there. But for the most part, I'm going to be just processing and absorbing the word from today. We had a really good word today at church. So if you are so inclined, say a little prayer, read a couple verses of the Bible. There was a verse that we read that I want to leave y'all with this verse. You ready? 1 Peter 2:11 and 12. I'm going to leave this verse with you because when I tell you, so I highlighted it. It says, "Beloved, I exhort you as aliens and temporary residents to keep abstaining from fleshly desires, which are the very ones that carry on a conflict against the soul. Maintain your conduct fine among the nations, that in the thing in which they are speaking against you as evildoers, they may, as a result of your fine works, of which they are eyewitnesses, glorify God in the day for his inspection." Let me paraphrase that. Okay. So you're going to abstain from doing wrong. You're going to keep from doing the wrong thing. You're going to live righteous. And when other people seeing you live righteous, so other unsaved people, they see you living well, they see you doing the right thing, that is what will bring them to God. That is what will make them say, well, darn, Anita's like having a pretty successful life and she's a kind person. She's compassionate and she's a good person. What's going on over there? What's she got going on? Why is life so good for her? That's what that scripture means. Okay? So you got to live righteous. You got to be an example to people, and not just your family, not just your kids, not just your friends, everybody. Everybody. Okay? So I want to leave y'all with that. Have a great Sunday. I thank you all for joining me. Remember, if you want access to all of my lives, you can subscribe to my Instagram platform. I think it's $4.99 a month, and you can watch all of my lives unedited. And if you also want to watch them, now you might have to wait a little while. If you want to watch them tomorrow and the next day, then you need to head over to YouTube. And I would suggest that you please subscribe to the channel and please like the video. Okay, that helps me out. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it certainly helps me out. All right. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. And as always, stay open to love.